Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video, and today I'm taking you on a night point of view drive with this car, the new Nissan Juke. This is the key, and as you can see we have the new logo on the key, but also new logo here on the front. And this front grille, the V-Motion grille, has a bit of a different pattern here, and of course the well-known Juke design with the slim daytime running LEDs, and the main units LED are here. And the car really looks nice, and it's definitely a unique appearance on the road. In my opinion, it is very cool. Tell me in the comments what do you think about the design, and let us now move on to the side. So there we go. You see the massive wheels of the model in our video, 19-inch diamond cut finish, hybrid lettering on the side, dual tone and hidden rear door handle, of course. And yeah, well, tell me in the comments, how do you like the design? And moving on to the rear, LED lights. I love it in this spec with the blue color. Hybrid lettering, also one way to recognize the hybrid. And the new Nissan badge is also here. Let me show you the trunk space. 354 liters of room, and you also get the spare wheel here. Hooks for your shopping bags, and from this angle, there we go. You also notice the spoiler here at the back. And now we are ready to go on a drive. Of course, I will explain all the details and the specs of the model in our video, and I will tell you about the powertrain itself. So there we go. You see the mood lighting. But now let's see it from driver's perspective. All right, this is the view in front of the driver. So let's actually start the car. Press the start button here, and you see the nice animation. Gear selector for the automatic transmission, a special multi-modal transmission for ICE gears and 2 EV gears. Let's put it to drive. Release the electronic parking brake, and we are ready to go. In silence. So here we have a hybrid, and let's start with the specs. So this car has the electric motor, of course, as well as the petrol engine. Petrol engine is the 69 kilowatt petrol engine made specifically for this hybrid configuration. And then the electric motor, a 36 kilowatt electric motor, and you also get 1.2 kilowatt hour battery. And so this is the self-charging hybrid. So you see, for example, now the engine is on, and you see the energy flow here in front of us. This engine is more efficient than the petrol one, and also more powerful than the petrol one. And speaking about the layout here in front of us, 7-inch screen between the classic dials, and also here you have the 8-inch screen. And lovely steering wheel with the new logo, flat bottom, and it's a nice place to be here. The driving position is pretty good. And the good thing about this model is that you have the EV feel when you're driving, because there are a lot of functions that actually remind you of an EV. For example, we have the e-pedal, which you can press here in the middle, and then you have the regenerative braking, recuperation of energy. So when you release the throttle, the car starts to slow down. It will not go through a complete stop. It will stop at around, it will go around 5 kilometers per hour. So you do need to press the brake in order to completely stop. But it's very useful, the e-pedal, for the city drive, for example. You will get used to it very quickly, and of course then you are also more efficient that way. And we are now departing this rather huge garage and going on a night point of view drive in my hometown of Zagreb. As you can see, we have fog We can also, for example, turn on the fog lights. And yeah, well, let's go. First, I want to hear your thoughts on the exterior design and also on this interior design. And you can change what you see here in front of you. You can have the navigation, which shows you the arrows where to go. You don't have the actual map. The map is here. So this is it. You have the nice 3D shape of the buildings. And you can also adjust various driver assist systems here in front of you. So it's very easy to use, and everything is very driver oriented, I would say. My favorite view is the energy flow view, so this one. And there are still classic dials here. I would actually love to see the fully digitalized cockpit, but yeah, this middle section is pretty nice. And then on the left you have charge, eco and power. Depending on what you do, then of course the dials will change. You see also the percentage of battery on your left, but also here you can see it on the energy flow as well. AC is on the buttons, so you see this is to change the temperature, and here is where you change the air blower. Here we need to be careful as traffic light is not working, so let's be cautious. Okay, on our left you can see the National Theatre, and you can also see it on the navigation screen here with the lovely 3D view. There's also the mood lighting, which you see here on the sides, and also here around the gear selector and on the other door as well. Relaxed clicking sound of the indicator. And now I have the e-pedal turned on. For example, look at this, the car is slowing down. I'm not touching the brake, but now I need to if I want to stop. If you have enough battery, you can also press the EV to have the EV mode activated. And here, main menu, you can adjust the widgets here that you see. Depending on what you use the most, then you can configure it out yourself. And once again, you will get used to it in really a short time, because everything is very easy and yeah, no problems whatsoever. When you put it to eco, for example, you can feel that the throttle response is a bit different, but still, actually, even in eco mode, when you press it, it's pretty good. Back to map view. By pressing this button you can change between the day or night mode, but of course since now it's dark, we will have this calm night view, and you see very foggy indeed. And actually Nissan also did some changes to this hybrid in terms of the airflow, so like the hidden changes underneath the car, so it's very efficient. Speaking about the efficiency, between 5 and 5.2 liters is the WLTP consumption, and I actually had this car for a few days. I drove to Ljubljana, which is around 130 kilometers from here, and did it like on the way there and back to 160, and also drove through the city. My consumption was around 6 liters, 6.2, so I think that's very good. And of course the consumption depends on your driving style, and since it's a hybrid, you know, the city drive allows a lot of electric drive. I mean, driving in electric mode, since when you have the stopping and you know, things like that, then you have more recuperation, and then of course the car will be able to be in the EV mode for a longer period of time. For example, now we can turn on the EV mode, and you see we start in silence. And we drive just with electric motor. Of course, there is a mandatory sound so that you can, I mean, the car warns the pedestrians that way that it is coming. And also, if you put it to reverse, you have this also sound, because obviously the car without the engine, without the engine running, it is mandatory to have this sound so that people are aware of it. And the EV mode is so nice. I love driving in EV mode in this car. And it's also equipped with the ProPilot, which you can adjust here and turn on. It's the semi-autonomous driving from Nissan. Very good, keeps you in lane and accelerates and brakes depending on whether you have cars in front of you. You can of course adjust the distance, so whether you want the early braking or maybe a little bit later, but of course for highway it's always better to have the early braking. And yeah, well, tell me in the comments, how do you like the hybrid, or would you go for the hybrid or the petrol? What would be your choice of a powertrain for the Nissan Juke? And now the engine is back on. This car has the Tekna trim, and this is the Tekna Bose. So also we have the Bose sound system with the speakers integrated into the headrest. I don't know if you can see it. I will actually stop a bit later on and show you more details here inside. And now in the dark, once again, the mood lighting. Tell me in the comments, how do you like it? You can actually adjust the intensity of it here on the digital cockpit. So you go to settings, and you go to vehicle settings. Here is where the lighting can be adjusted. Of course, I keep it on, and I turned the brightness to maximum. You can of course change that depending on your preferences. Tell me in the comments, would you keep it on? And I would love to see another color maybe available, but you can only have it like this in white, even though I think it's very nice in white. But yeah, maybe a few other colors would be cool as well. So let's stop here. Put it to park, and yeah, well, you see the cup holders. This is the imitation of carbon in this section here. The little armrest and beautiful pattern of the seats. Now you see the Bose speakers and the integrated headrest. And yeah, well, that's it. USB port, aux, and the 12-volt power supply. So nice driver oriented interior. And let us now continue. E-pedal braking, and now the real brake, the pedal. So yeah, once again, very easy to get used to this e-pedal in EV feel behind the steering wheel. And driver assist systems, steering assist, lane assist, blind spot, emergency brake, all can be adjusted here. Okay, so for example, you have the light there, and also you see it's blinking, and it's got the beeping sound as well. So I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching this video, and do subscribe to the channel in order to see more from this car, but also in order to see more car reviews, night drives and similar. So thank you for watching, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.